Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Jeff Garlin.
All right. So he's acting like he just met me. He booked me here. So this was a little character work suggested by his son, who's operating this camera, to come on out, and I refused to get up. That's why we did it that way. Otherwise, we'd come out and we'd be talking like fake stuff too.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be giving up my. Just playing along.
I'm going to say a little something like this.
That's okay.
Hold on.
Coming from you, I like that.
This is what, a podcast, a video?
It's not a podcast. They call
video. It's a video podcast. It's a thing.
Something like that. It's a
thing.
thing.
We don't need to be actors.
No.
What kind of acting were you doing? It was not bad. It wasn't good. But I saw no prep. There was no prep. Yes.
That's the genius behind it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Prep. No, this. Yeah.
Yeah, this.
But I'm not playing any acting games.
I'm glad.
What did you do that for?
No, I didn't.
Why do you listen to him?
Listen, I shouldn't listen to him.
Well, sometimes.
You know, some sitcom
Smart
guys.
kid.
He's very sharp.
Yeah.
But you've gotten bad direction before, right?
Come on.
Come on.
What actor hasn't?
Yeah.
I remember I was doing a movie with Gerard Butler. By the way, you're supposed to call him Jerry. People call him Jerry. Mm-hmm. I call him Gerard Butler.
Gerard.
No, Gerard Butler. I say his full name like that.
Oh.
When we were working together, whenever I see him, Gerard Butler. Yeah, no Jerry.
No Jerry.
No Gerard.
No Gerard.
Gerard Butler. So that works for certain people. You're Nick. You're Nick. That's it. That's all you need.
Just Nick.
Nick.
Right.
What do you need more? Yeah. Great name, Turturro.
Yeah, thank you.
It holds weight, but
yeah, Gerard.
Nick.
I'm not crazy about that name. It's always like guys are like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like a seedy guy.
Gerard?
Yeah, there was a guy in my neighborhood who's Gerard.
Well, that's what you're associated with.
Yeah, because
I don't know any Gerard.
I know. But don't you, if you hear a name, don't you like immediately have a reaction?
It's a goofy name. But it's kind of English, isn't it? Or Scottish? I don't know what it is.
I know, but right away I think back to my neighborhood. I think back to
of course.
The Gerard that I knew.
Carries more weight.
Yeah, but
okay, here's my point. Director. You get off topic like me. The director, I don't remember the dude's name, but I'm filming this movie with Gerard Butler. We're best friends. And we're working on the scene, and we're, talking it over and doing a little on our own, like in his trailer, I believe. And there was something in there that just made no sense, especially for guys who are like best pals.
Right.
We told the director this is not really working because this. The director said, the studio paid a lot of money for those lines. You're going to do them.
That's what he said?
Yeah. And they were just bad. And of course, I gave an extra bad performance on those lines.
You did?
So we get cut in post.
Yeah. Well, can you say, what's the movie?
I don't
you don't remember?
Him and Jennifer Aniston. I don't know.
Oh, him and Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
So you don't know the title?
I don't. By the way, I don't know about you. As a matter of fact, that's so funny. I was just talking about this to somebody. They were asking me something about a movie I did or a television show. And I said, well, I've never seen it. So I don't really. They go, I was talking about Law and Order, and which I love. I'd love to be a cop on Law and Order. Not, if you become one of the lawyers on Law and Order, big speeches.
Yeah. You don't
for the
want
birds,
that.
no. But the cops, one line, you ain't going nowhere.
Right, like Ice-T.
Tell me, was it blunt force trauma? Like that type of stuff.
Right.
So anyhow, I can't remember the name of the movie, but isn't that terrible? But I've also gotten, what's the key to good directing?
The key?
I think.
Just don't say too much.
I was about to say, leave you alone.
Yeah,
and
don't say too much.
If you have a note, present something that appeals to the actor's imagination, so you can sort of make a choice on your own. Oh, would you have said that when you were a little kid? Play it like when you were a little kid.
Right.
As a director, I don't know if that's going to come out.
You know where you get a lot of bad direction? I mean, that I've gotten, I haven't done, as many comedies as you, but I've done a few sitcoms, and sometimes you get some really bad directing in a sitcom.
Sometimes.
Because
No. All the time.
All the time?
There's exceptions. The rule is bad direction. And then there's some excellent television directors I've worked with them. They're wonderful. And then I've worked with ones that I want to actually punch them.
Yeah. And
I was about to say kill myself. No, I wouldn't take it out on myself. I'd punch them.
Yeah, and you should.
When was the last time you punched somebody? Seriously.
Punch somebody?
Yeah, punch somebody.
I don't really punch people. I yell at people.
When you were younger,
when I was younger, I really wasn't in like a lot
I
of
did some
fights.
punching in college.
College?
Yeah, it's a guy at a concert who was like, that's the last time I punched was.
Yeah.
Was
I got punched one
40
time
years.
in the
Oh, I
back
got
of the head.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Because,
I never did the punching.
well, you know what?
Believe it or not, I'm more like a screamer,
Oh,
but
see.
not like the hands.
I'm a yeller with the puncher. But, like I said, in my early 20s.
You grew up where? Chicago, right?
Chicago and then South Florida.
And then South Florida?
Yeah.
And then when did you come to LA?
I came to LA a couple times because I was doing Second City in Chicago. I was living in New York. I was like bouncing around. And then I got a part in something. I don't remember. And I came out here, lived here for a while, went back to Chicago. But I've been living here now, the current time, like about 30 years.
Oh, yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to believe, right?
Yeah, oh, it is.
That,
Well,
like,
yeah.
LA, you just kind of like settle in.
Yeah, because, the thing is in New York with the seasons,
Yeah.
you can sort of count the years.
You can kind of, you lose track here. Like,
You completely lose
people
track.
go, Nick, you're from LA. I go, what do you mean I'm from LA? They go, you've been here like 30 years, half your life. And I go, yeah, that's true, but I'm not. I go, you forget. You just forget. Like, I
Yeah.
remember the beginning years when I first got here because I was in
Of course, the beginning years.
earthquake.
Yeah.
And I almost got killed in the earthquake.
Oh,
and I was in
almost got
Sherman.
killed?
Yeah, I was in a building, almost came down.
Oh, shut your
Crazy.
great-grandma's balls.
Yeah,
really?
it was just on NYPD Blue. And I think that year it happened.
So were you guesting or you were a regular?
No, I was a regular. I was
Okay.
a regular.
Did
and
you enjoy that?
Did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Was Dennis...
Dennis Franz, great guy.
yeah.
Chicago guy.
Chicago guy, yeah.
David Caruso was the original.
Yeah.
And, in fact, I think I met Larry David at a party. I had like a business manager for a year. I got rid of him. This guy, Matt Lichtenberg.
But he was my business
Was
manager
he?
for a while.
He's a
yeah.
good guy. But I
Yes.
think he maybe he represented Larry or something.
No, he still is Larry's
Is he?
business manager.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm presenting that publicly.
Yeah, maybe I
but
shouldn't say that.
If you want some of Larry's money, call Matt Lichtenberg and see what you can arrange.
And I remember him
No, Lichtenberg's a
introducing us.
great guy. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't even know. I had no idea like who Larry was, and he was like, hey. I was like, hey, this is Larry. Hey, nice to meet you. And then years later, I met him formally with my friend Lou DiMaggio.
Lou, your friend's a Lou.
Lou.
Oh, Lou's my boy.
Lou's a good guy.
Oh my God.
So Lou introduced
loves
me to Larry.
the Mets.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you
he
love
loves the Mets. He
yeah.
loves the Mets. I know.
Yeah.
He's a good
What
guy.
happened?
Huh?
Oh, thank you. You too. More comedy.
Oh yeah, here's some pizza, fresh.
Yes.
All right.
That might be a little much for me.
That's all right. You can take it home.
Yeah. Oh.
How's that?
As they say in
that look-
Sweden, that's a beauty.
In Sweden?
Kick, save, and a beauty. That's what Marv Albert
Kick
used to
save.
say.
That's right, Marv.
Sam Rosen, I love too.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Nice and
I
hot.
dig the Rangers.
Yeah, you like the
They're my
Rangers?
favorite New York team.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're not a Blackhawk guy?
Oh, huge Blackhawk guy. Connor Bedard, yeah.
Yeah.
But I dig the Rangers.
But what's your favorite sport? Baseball?
Baseball.
Yeah.
Like nothing can compare.
Yeah.
Football, obviously the
Yeah.
Bears, Caleb Williams is exciting.
Big Cubs fan. Were you?
Cubs.
How elated 2016 were you? Over the moon?
I
or-
was weeping,
Yeah?
and my dad had just died.
Oh,
He didn't get
wow.
to see it. And I was like, I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was in my basement. I didn't want to go to Cleveland, even for the Cubs.
You didn't want to go?
No.
Why
And
not?
I don't like really,
Going on the road?
I'm done with the road.
But I mean, you've done the whole Wrigley, right?
Oh, by the way, I sing at Wrigley every
You
year.
sing every year?
And I go
You got
to
a
as
bug
many
on your
ga-
face.
I do?
Yeah, right there.
Fantastic.
It's all right.
Look,
But so you sing. What do you sing? And
take me out to the
Take
ball
me out to the ball game?
Yeah, have a great time.
do you know when I was a doorman?
What?
I was a doorman for 10 years, Central Park South, St. Moritz on the park.
Mm-hmm.
Richie Lewis used to walk by
Yeah.
with that fucking black coat.
Yeah.
And he would always with the hair.
Right.
And he would talk to me. I used to talk to everybody before I started acting.
He was a great guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He loved talking.
Because he would
to
go to me.
people.
You remember, Nick? You remember?
He was a extremely close friend and a mentor to me too. We used to go on the road together.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you a stand-up too? Or?
I've been a stand-up for June 12th, it'll be 44 years.
44 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you do stand-up ever with Larry?
Yeah, that's
Right.
how we first met in the world of stand-up.
What was he like as a stand-up?
He was really funny, but I mean, really great jokes.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites that he did was if there were answering machines in the Old West.
Yeah.
And he gets called, like in the thing, he gets called. You hear the recording. He does the recording of the sheriff asking for a posse.
Right.
And then, like a few days later, he runs to the sheriff. Sheriff! I didn't get your message till. It's such a funny bit. There's a million of them. But what he was known for in New York, and I witnessed this, and I'm telling you it's true. He'd go on stage and
Get the fuck outta here.
By the way, I've never seen anyone get rid of a bug like that. That is awesome. Get the fuck out of here. You could be, fuck it.
Yeah,
all right, so anyhow.
I'm trying not to curse too.
Yeah, so he would, if someone wasn't paying attention, looked at their watch, was talking anywhere, within the first minute, 2 minutes, he goes, not tonight, and leave.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Not tonight. And leave.
That's how he was. And just walk off.
That would happen, yes.
Really?
So when you went in to watch him in the room, you knew you were either going to get great stand-up with great jokes that you loved,
right,
or he was going to say, not tonight, and the different reason every time. Didn't like the way he looked at me, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah. How did him and Jerry, did they know each other from?
Yeah. They came up with the show while they were both working at the Improv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard stories that when they were pitching the show, you know, like people didn't love him in the room, and they were like, "Could you do the show without him?" And Jerry was like,
I don't know that that's true.
Did you ever hear that? Is that true?
No, I don't know that that's true.
But Jerry was like, no way, I couldn't do it without Larry.
Because it was, I think the guy's name was Rick Ludwin, who was like one of the executives. He was in charge of late night.
Right.
And he pushed the show through.
Oh.
I think for sure, I would bet anything that NBC at the time thought that it was going to be a bomb.
Yeah, right. They had no idea, right?
No.
It was on. I heard it was on for 4 episodes, and
well, I think they did 6 4 could be.
Yeah.
And I think they were surprised as anybody that they got picked up.
Right.
And they made some changes, recast, and then with the pilot. You know how it goes. It's a slow thing, but.
Were you ever on it?
That's been a point of contention. So back in the day, when it was going, I'd see Larry, how are you, whatever. And I never blamed him, but I never got called into audition, not once.
Not once?
Not once. And I was active, doing comedies, not once for anything. Years later, I tell Larry that, he's incensed.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we're partners.
Sure.
He's one of my closest friends.
I mean.
And when I told him, he was incensed. Never! He was so mad. He was so mad. But I think I did fine without it. And by the way, who knows if we would have done Curb if I'd been on Seinfeld.
That's right.
You don't know.
the fate had it that way, Jeff.
Yeah, fate is what it is.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because that relationship to me was so believable. Like,
well, I'm going to tell you something funny, interesting, maybe, I don't know. Point is, when we were auditioning people for the parts, on the show, Cheryl, whoever, there were scenes, because on Curb, when we auditioned people, if you were in the scene, you were doing it with the person. So it wasn't like you came in auditioning and you're only meeting the casting director. No, the casting director's there, but you're doing the scene with Larry, myself, later your Cheryl would come into casting. And so the first time we started doing that with actors coming in, we were looking at each other like, have we been partners since the 40s? Because it's weird, because you cannot predict that, and you just don't know. And lo and behold, from the get-go, we were surprised, but it was effortless.
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. It was almost like, I said, these guys must be like, in real life, they must be together, because it just seemed like seamless between the two of you.
Yeah.
It didn't,
no.
There was never no, like, you guys were acting. You
well,
guys
we were acting.
You were acting,
no,
but I mean, you were behaving.
We were fucking fantastic.
You were unbelievable.
As a matter of fact, let me just say this, Larry and I hated each other. We hated each other.
Come on.
So our acting.
That's bullshit.
Of course it's
bullshit. Come on.
But, yeah, no, it's acting.
No, you know what I mean. That it didn't feel like, it didn't appear. That's how good you guys.
Doing improvisational comedy, what happened?
What'd you say? I got distracted. I'm sorry.
A dog?
No.
A lady.
I'd rather not say.
A lady.
I'd rather not say.
A lady. Yeah.
Actually,
Do you know when I see a young
I
lady,
shouldn't even be talking about this.
however beautiful she is, I see a young woman,
Yeah.
I think, I'm her dad. It does not.
No, I don't think that way.
Well, that's, you
No.
know.
Yeah, maybe you feel that way, but I don't.
I'm always that way.
Yeah.
That I'm her dad. I'm her dad. It's like, by the way, I can acknowledge great beauty.
Right.
And say, oh, if I was in her class in college, whatever it was, or I worked with her at some corporate place, that would be difficult for me as a young man. But as I'm an elder, I'm 64. How old are you?
I'm 64.
64, class of 80?
Same year.
Class of 80?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look at that.
1962?
Yes, 62.
Atta-joy.
Pleasure.
Attaboy.
When's your birthday?
January 29th.
Oh, my granddaughter's birthday is that
It's a good birthday.
Yeah, I don't have a granddaughter.
Tom Selleck. You have no granddaughter?
No, but if she was born, it'd be on that day.
I have a grandson.
I'm turning 64 on June 5th.
June 5th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In like a
so
week.
I'm a little older than you.
Months, we're the same. We're the same age.
Same age. 1980.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the pamphlet.
Yeah, the pamphlet, acting without acting.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
By the way, and I've worked with a lot of actors, and I respect all the people I've worked with.
Yeah.
But unequivocally,
yes,
he is by a country mile the greatest actor I've ever worked with.
Who, Alexander?
Yeah, because...
Tell me why. In your book.
Okay. He guest starred one season, and then we did the Seinfeld season. The precision on that man, being able to repeat things, but having the precision of knowing where to stand and saying something that is believable over and over. And I was kind of in awe of it. And I talked to, it was Dave Mandel.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
And I said, this is ridiculous, because I didn't know it. I wasn't even expecting it. He goes, I know.
When you see that, it is a little intimidating.
And he also does it effortlessly.
Yeah, and it does. I've seen that with my brother John, and who you're a big fan of. You told me, and I was doing a TV limited show in Rome with him. It was called The Name of the Rose, and the dialogue was like wasn't Shakespearean, but it was like biblical, and it was like really hard. I didn't know.
Sean Connery.
It was that was the movie, but my brother decided to do a miniseries and go back to they didn't do an Americanized version, or Sean Connery did like an American version of a movie, but he did it went back to the really what the dialogue of the book was.
Right.
And it was hard dialogue, and I was watching him do it, and I was in the damn thing with a small part, and I was like, how the hell is he doing it? And he was doing it effortlessly, and I mean monologues and really hard shit. And I said to him, how are you remembering that? And he goes to me, it's in my body, Nicholas. It's in my body. And I said, huh? It's in your body? I said, oh, okay. I had to think about it for a second, like it's in my body. But then I understood what he meant.
I don't elaborate.
Yeah, well, what he means is that something that you're living with, or something that you're really you've been with it for a while now, a long time. Like baseball, there are facts, there are stories, there are moments, it's not in my head, it's in my fucking body.
Cubs.
And but I mean details. I have details I'm a baseball savant. And that's how I am with that. But this was hard shit, and he made it look like it was nothing. And I was like, wow, my mouth was open. It's a little intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and
also, there's no offense to you.
No.
But he's superhuman.
No, he's
not a normal person.
No, he's not a normal person.
No.
And if you don't, I forgot a few lines, and he knows everybody's lines, and he does this too to you, which is really disturbing. Like, if you forget your lines with him, he starts mouthing your lines. I said, don't do that. I had a meltdown. I said, don't do that. It's hilarious. He goes, well, you were saying it right all morning. I said, I know. He goes, well, what happened? I said, I don't know. I said, I got tired of saying it off camera. It was weird dialogue, and then sometimes it goes out of your head.
Right.
And then he made me more nervous by looking at me, my older brother, blinking. It looks like my father. And I had a brain freeze.
Because it's in his body.
Because it's in his body.
Not in your body, not in my body, his body.
His body.
Yeah.
That's a
so
good
funny
bit.
was the curb. It was in my body.
Yes.
But there were no lines.
No lines. But it was in your body.
Yes.
That's why you were so good.
Yeah, and
in the
you know,
show.
That's also when you start working on a series early on. You're like having trouble with your lines.
Yes.
Later in the season, you can look at it once and be off
And
book.
have it. I did
It's
that
nuts.
with NYPD Blue, and it was a hard show, but
Right.
I after a little bit, and once I settled in, I can say it was in my body. You know what I mean? And it came.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. You know, I get that, but it was a funny way to put it.
Right.
So I know there's a structure. There wasn't a script with Curb, but
No, there was.
Was there a script?
Here's how I was funny on the show.
Yeah.
I'm a funny guy.
You are.
But I'm going to explain how I was funny. You ready?
Go ahead.
So, and I'll tell you where the funny guy comes in. My skill. Mm-hmm. Larry David, you see an episode, okay? And yes, we improvise. So he writes an outline. I get the outlines before the season starts because they're all written, okay?
The outlines?
They're outlines, all written with no changes from when we do them. So it's like this whole series is like we know what is going to happen every episode. So anyhow, I go over it. When he sends it to me, I can clearly see the entire episode, and it's at least 75% of what I can see from what he's written. Sometimes he goes, about a scene, and it's like, he goes, that would have been better written or whatever,
Right.
But he, for the most part, he has a problem on set. I'm going to stay on point, but he has a problem on set is you do a scene with him, he will probably have to stop a dozen times for laughing. And he is laughing at the performance, and if he laughs, it's a big compliment, but he's also laughing at something that was in his imagination,
in his head.
And here it's happening.
Right.
And he just goes, oh. But what he writes is so perfect from the get-go. All the fun, everything that's funny is the get-go. So when I go into a scene, first off,
Give me an example, like of
you give me a scene and I'll tell you. I remember all of them.
You remember all of them?
Well, I was there for every one of them because I was a producer on the show.
Right.
So I'm sitting behind the monitor for other ones. Just name a scene.
The chicken place.
Oh, when he and I ate at the chicken place?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a place over on, I believe, Westwood Boulevard. It never existed. It was a fake place we came up with. So in the outline, I wish I could access it. It's in my phone somewhere. In the outline, it'll tell the story of what happens in the scene. Like the complete story's there.
It's there.
It's there. What I do in terms of what I bring to it is that, and it's easy for me because of him. So everything, all the information's there. There might be one line to learn, but in general, no, it's the thing. And I know it's always about, and I was taught this at Second City, serving the scene. So I know what the scene's about. So I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be in the scene.
In the scene.
And it's also as an actor, if you're trying to make the other person look good and they're trying to make you look good, what a great thing.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I've never worked with anyone who had that attitude besides me. So I'm making someone else look good and they're making themselves look good. Anyhow, not Larry. Larry was about the scene, serving the scene. And so I'll read it. I'll read the outline maybe twice if I want to, months before, as I told you, before the season starts. I get to set and I don't know what we're about to shoot, which only helps me. So I say to the director, usually it's Jeff Schaefer, producer, director on the show. I go, come here. He goes, here's what it's about, because he knows why I'm calling him over. And he'll tell me what the scene's about. So I have no plans. I'm just relying on what the scene's about.
What it's about.
What it's about.
Okay.
Nothing more. Nothing more. Nothing more. Because there's so much more to a scripted show. And on a scripted show, you can't go what this about unless you have cue cards waiting.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what it's about. So we sit there and we start, filming the scene, and we'll do it. Best place ever, great place to cheat. No other Jews will find you. Blah blah blah. It's all there,
Right.
And we do a take, and I'm fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
I am into it. I'm present. I have complete confidence in what the outline that Larry's written, the scene. So it's just me doing my thing, which is just being real in the scene. And I know, because this is what I was about to say, because I was thinking about in the scene. I get criticized a lot on Curb, and people have done parodies of me where Larry will say, I don't like these bathrooms. You don't like these bathrooms. That's actually an exaggeration.
Right.
But anyhow, I'll do a lot of repeating. And I realized I was trained in the Meisner technique.
You were.
Which is all repeating.
Moment to moment. Yeah.
So if I say that, I'm supporting him. That's also me trying to make someone else look good. And it's not like I keep repeating. I repeat once and then there's dialogue.
Yeah.
But all people remember is me repeating. But in my Meisner, I remember...
repetition.
Repetition. And you find it through repetition.
Yeah.
And it's also exaggerated because you don't repeat more than once when you're actually doing the work. But I remember I would do scenes.
Did Larry know you were doing Meisner a lot?
This is long before.
Oh.
Yeah, this is when I was living in New York.
Okay.
I was, stand up, and I thought I want to become a better actor.
Yeah.
And the Meisner technique is great, but I remember doing scenes and getting big laughs from the other students. And the teacher would get angry at me, and I had to say to him, the choices I'm making are what I think the scene's about. I am not trying to be funny. This is not about being funny. And he couldn't understand.
This was in the class?
Yeah, in the class. We did it. Very lovely guy, but he could not understand.
Because he thought you were like trying to get a laugh?
Okay, you know this secret. It's a secret that a lot of actors don't know. And that is when you play comedy, you play it like drama.
Right.
You play it like a regular person.
You play it grounded.
Yeah. Anyone who puts a spin on, you lose.
Exactly.
I can tell you, and I've been doing this, it'll be 44 years next month.
Right.
Any time in my entire career, acting, even on stage, that I've tried being funny, like really tried,
never
fails.
Never
I have
works.
a zero, I got a zero in that class.
Right. That's
full on F.
Exactly right.
Okay?
No, I agree.
Yet anything I do that's funny is because
You know what
I'm
this
just
guy
playing.
said to me on a cop show? I was on this show, Blue Bloods.
Oh, Blue Bloods
Anyway,
with Tom Selleck.
I was
my
on the-
granddaughter was
kinda-
the evil puppet master. Remember, she took over the city.
Okay, I know. I was there the first 3 years.
I just made that up. The puppet master. She took over the city. I'm describing like a Batman episode.
Right. No, my point was.
That was my point. You say it normal,
no, but
and there you go.
But here's what I'm getting at. I was doing a scene in the park, whatever. I was eating a sandwich, whatever. I was eating food a lot. So one of the writers comes over. He says to me, he goes, "Hey man, you know you're very good and everything." He goes, "You're making a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff funny." I said, "Why? Is that a problem?" I said, "No." He goes, No, you're a really good actor because some stuff we didn't write it funny, but in a real way. So I wasn't trying to be fucking funny.
Right.
I wasn't trying to be, not one bit, Jeff. And
So
there was nobody remotely funny on the show. I was the only comic relief.
Yeah.
It happened organically. I wasn't trying to be funny.
But people don't understand that.
No, but either you have that muscle or you don't. I truly believe that.
No, you're born with that muscle.
Yeah, and listen, there was one producer that didn't understand that, and I'm like, you should be thanking me. You need somebody with some freaking humor in the show.
Yeah,
like Donnie Wahlberg would see it and he'd say, "Man, that was really fun." And then he'd try to be funny, but it wouldn't be funny. Because you can't try to be funny.
No,
I called the kid Harvard. I said, "Hey, Harvard." You know, and the guy Leonard Goldberg goes, "When you said, 'Hey, Harvard,' I go, I just said it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just said because I said
there's no thought in your head of this will be funny.
Nothing.
You're just like going, "Hey, Harvard."
Right. Yeah. "Hey, Harvard."
Which, by the way, what a great thing to call somebody.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. No,
but when you said that to me, it just reminded me of what I went through on that show because I was like, you guys should have commended me for the comedy that I brought to your dry show.
Well, that's
and it still burns me up because I'm like that adds something. If a guy brings something funny, you go, "Wow, I didn't know that." Even in great dramas, there's funny moments.
Well, but that's all. That's why you get involved in a TV series and you realize there's no lightness. Or even a miniseries.
Yeah, like
I give up. Like I'm 3 episodes in, and I'm like, this is unbearable to watch.
I know, and because there's not
even the darkest shit needs.
You need a little humor. You need a laughter. I don't care how good the drama is.
Right.
You need a Jeff Garlin, or you need somebody like myself, somebody that can bring some lightness.
Can I be honest with you?
I'm just saying
all
that.
That's available
I know
is
it's available.
Nick Turturro and
Right.
Jeff Garlin, and so that's all it should be.
Exactly.
We're the ones.
But
no one
listen,
else knows how to do that.
Listen, I totally understand where you were coming from.
Right.
Because that's why I was like, you weren't trying to be funny in the acting class.
But here's
it just happened.
It just happens.
It
But
just
here's the
happened.
thing. You mentioned something about a lot of food. You have the food.
Food.
Do you know the greatest television eater of all time?
Of
and
all
I talked to him about it, and he was so surprised that I know this is the best television eater of all time.
Was it a comedy or a drama or?
It was both.
Was both?
Dark.
Was it James Gandolfini?
It was James Gandolfini.
It was great.
Do you know what his eating is? All right. So let's say he has a bowl of ice cream.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay. He'll just stir it. So when you cut to him, he's like, and so you think when the shot's not on him that he's doing this. It's how spaghetti.
It was great.
Spaghetti. And then he would just, it would never go in his mouth.
I know. He was brilliant with the food.
I'm telling you, best eater I've ever seen.
He did a thing in the first season when his son was like still kind of fat and chubby, and they were eating ice cream or some shit like that, and then he took out the whipped cream, like the old whipped cream bar, and like squirted some in his mouth and whatever. Fantastic the way he dealt with the food on that show. It made you hungry too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when you watch a guy eat,
I want a bowl of ice cream after watching.
I got better and better on Blue Bloods eating because there's a knack to that.
Oh, but you know what though?
There's a knack to that.
I have one pet peeve with television, especially dramas.
Yeah.
The coffee. I don't know why you wouldn't ask the prop master to put water in there to give it some weight. So you will see. By the way, great actors do great coffee. Coffee is you're
telling me they're not drinking coffee?
No. They have an empty container with a top, and they're miming. They're pretending.
That's terrible.
No, but the great ones, and you can see it's light, because the other actor all over the place. You'd be burnt.
Yeah.
So but a great actor, or for myself, I would always say when I had props, pour it in there, put water in there, put something so there's weight.
Right.
And then I don't have to do pretend drink, acting coffee.
Right.
Or, but I watch it and it takes me out of everything. Someone does bad coffee, I am so distracted and upset, that you didn't care. It's,
How many did you do Curb, Jeff?
We did Curb. We did 12. We did 121 episodes over 20 years.
God.
Yeah, we had a bit of a break in between.
So when did you become a Cub fan?
The day that I was born. I was just like comedy. I was born into being a Cub fan.
So in other words, when you came out of the womb, I could look at your face and say,
well,
he's a Cub fan.
Well, since I became really conscious of the Cubs at 8 years old.
8?
Yeah.
Was it through anybody?
No. 7 years old. I started getting cards, and my first card I even remember I got a pack 1969 Topps. It was a Don Young rookie card with 2 other players. Don Young is famous for dropping a ball that really hurt the Cubs because 69 was the great collapse.
Right. That's
for the Mets.
The black cat and everything.
Yeah, the black cat. Yeah.
Right.
So he made a mistake, and I don't know where he went after that.
Do you remember Joe Pepitone?
Well, of course I do.
Yeah. Well, you guys, he played for the Cubs.
He replaced Ernie Banks.
He did
That's a tough one. Yeah, but his personality was fun, and people in Chicago liked him.
I know on Curb, Larry had like a guy walking around with a
Pepitone jersey.
Yeah, my Pepitone jersey, my Pepitone. Because I'm obsessed with Joe Pepitone.
Who was the guy who stole it?
Who?
Ken Young.
Ken Young?
That might have been his first job ever.
Really?
Yeah.
He stole it at the dry cleaners?
Dry cleaners.
Yeah, he was wearing it, right?
Yeah.
And Larry was going crazy.
Yeah. But Joe Pepitone, by the way, our Buckner episode, to me, sometimes we surpassed greatness. Like we were like, this is unbelievable. And the idea that Buckner catches a baby falling out of a building, which has much more weight than a baseball. And he caught it, and he was a hero.
Oh,
my heart. And he was the best guy to work with.
Oh, Buckner.
Yeah, and I thought.
He was a good Cub.
He was a good. He was really good.
Red Sox player.
He was a good baseball player.
He was a great player, man. He was borderline Hall of Famer.
People blame the manager on a lot of levels, which I would too. Why don't you have a defensive replacement?
Yeah, if you know he has a bad back and you know he can't bend, they should have put the guy Stapleton or whatever there.
You. So anyhow, who also guest starred in that episode was Mookie Betts.
Oh, Mookie Betts.
And they met at a card show. They were signing at a card show in our show. He was great too.
Who was your favorite Cub?
My
One of your
favorite Cub?
Like your 5 favorite Cubs.
Well,
Sandberg, one of them?
Sandberg is.
He is
the
your
one.
favorite?
He's my favorite. He
Yeah.
was the first one.
See, I knew how to guess that.
It was the first one, like when I was a kid, Ernie Banks, Billy Williams, Ferguson Jenkins, Ron
Billy
Santo,
Williams.
all are in my heart.
In your heart, yeah.
But Sandberg, he came upon the Cubs when I was in high school.
Right.
And so, no, even after high school. So
Right.
as a young man
Yeah.
who could think, he was my guy. He was the first guy. I even remember him playing third base, because WGN, you watch in Chicago,
Right.
third base, and I think he went 0 for 30-something to start his career.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, people, Hall of Fame career started.
Sandberg,
0 for 30.
right?
Yep, and the Cubs stuck with him. I don't know the story behind that, but I'll find out. I will.
You remember that game of the week?
Oh, the
1918 or whatever. That's a
Cardinals.
wild game.
Yeah, it's the
Cardinals and the
Yeah.
Cubs.
That game, I mean,
It's an insane game.
but he single-handedly.
He had a hell of a game, right?
Hell of a game. It's a classic. You can see
Yeah.
it on YouTube. But Sandberg is my guy, and I got to know him and be friendly with him.
Good guy?
Yeah, great guy. But I remember, these things happen, and you go, this is not really happening. So I got to know him, and we became very friendly.
Yeah.
I remember I was going into Harry Carey's Italian restaurant. There was this whole thing about blowing up a ball. I don't remember what it was, but I was going there to be part of it. So was Rhino, to be on camera and do the whole thing. And I'm walking in and I'm talking to somebody, and I hear somebody go, "I'd recognize that voice anywhere," and it was Sandberg. So of course I'm sitting there thinking my hero would recognize my
Yeah,
voice
well, you have a
anywhere.
distinctive sound.
Yeah, I do, but that's still surreal.
I know.
And I still appreciated it.
Yes.
It never, to this day, you see me, anytime something like that happens.
Have you made a lot of money with that voice, with that distinctive voice?
No.
I'm surprised more people haven't.
All right, my voice has been in 3 animated movies, and they're 3 classics.
Oh, yeah.
Wall-E,
Okay.
which won Best Picture, animated picture. I was the captain of the ship. Toy Story 3 and 4, but 3 is
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, nominated for an Academy Award, won the Academy Award, and I played Buttercup the Unicorn. And there was a movie called Paranorman, made by Leica. So I work with Pixar and Leica. Leica is a great company. They did Coraline. So this thing called Paranorman, I was his dad.
Oh.
And I have never been hired for an animated movie since.
Since? Yeah, but at least you had Toy Story.
No, not at least. Wall-E is the greatest thing I've ever done is Wall-E.
Really?
Yeah, Wall-E is just, I worked 3 years on Wall-E. I never saw a second of the movie, or even, how do you do, what's it called when you go in a loop? You,
Voiceover?
ADR. You go into
ADR,
it, okay.
yeah.
So my approach to ADR is, I don't look.
You don't look.
I listen.
Right.
They tell me what they want. I keep my head down the whole time.
Oh, you don't look up?
Nope. As soon as I hear the beep, 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 I've already heard the rhythms. I say it. If it's a second time, I'm surprised. You always have to do a second and a third.
Right.
But I nail it the first one every time.
Really?
And that's my point of that is not to say how great I am at looping, which is an interesting thing to be great
How
at.
come they've never paired him with Seth Rogen? I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you that. I have a story
I'm
about
looking
that.
and I'm laughing to myself going, Seth Rogen kind of sounds a little like Jeff.
No, a lot like.
A lot like?
And
Like
very
he could be
similar.
your son.
Yes, but
Or
hold
your.
on, hold on.
That's a funny idea that nobody's ever picked up on it.
Wait, let me just make my point
Go ahead.
about Wall-E, and then I'm going to get to Seth Rogen.
I jump all over. I'm
No,
sorry.
by the way, look who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Interrupter, ADHD.
God, so bad.
So when I went to the premiere of the movie, I had never seen anything. I had no idea, seen anything, and I watch it, and then I started weeping at a certain point because I couldn't believe I was in something that beautiful,
Right.
that perfect,
Yeah.
that timeless, and it blew my mind. So that feeling stays with me.
Sure. You never lose that.
Yeah. Now, as far as Seth Rogen,
Seth Rogen.
we're friendly. I love Seth. He's a great guy. I went to go see a movie that he was in. The premiere. I don't remember what it was, and this is a long time ago. And he said, "I want you to be." He was with his parents, lovely people, and then he said to me, "You should play like my father in something." And at the time, I probably was in my early 50s and he was in his mid 20s. So
Yeah.
all I thought to myself was, no.
Right.
I didn't say anything. That would be rude. And I walked away going, play your father.
Yeah.
No, don't play your friend or a thing.
Yeah.
Now, why haven't I played his father?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Or his uncle.
Or his
I
uncle.
actually came up with an idea.
Because hearing the two of you in a scene would be kind of funny.
I think it would be great.
Yeah.
I knew you know.
Almost like you're hearing yourself back
I
to
would
each
work
other.
great with him. I know that.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure
what
you guys comically
I
would.
came up with an idea for he and I is to play father and son fighting over the same woman.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Now that's funny.
Yeah.
I'd
Maybe
watch
I'll go
that.
pitch it to him because
You should.
My girlfriend stays on me.
How old is the woman? How old would she be?
Oh, the woman?
Yeah.
In between.
In between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The young one's going after an older one, and the old one's
I
going
love
after
it.
a young one.
We've never seen that.
I don't think so.
I haven't.
I said it here, so if you use it,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, we're not trying to steal it.
And no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking your viewers.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh, what do you
Yeah.
think?
No, I'm just
telling
saying.
you. Hey,
Yeah.
Nick, don't use that. No, anyhow, maybe I'll talk to him about it. Maybe he'll see this and go, that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. And if if Seth Rogen sees it,
Yeah.
I don't know him. You guys should do
He's
this.
a great guy.
Yes.
And if he sees it,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what his reaction will be.
I think
It won't change how he thinks of me.
No, not at all. But it would be a funny comedy.
It'd be a funny comedy.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Even if it's just
Because the two of us wouldn't try.
no.
We just play it real.
Yeah, you would play it real.
Yeah.
84. Does that hurt that year
What's that?
for the Cubs?
Yeah, it does hurt. It does hurt. It hurts a lot. I remember, first off, I remember when they clinched in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
Ron Say jumping into, maybe it was Sutcliffe's arms.
Sutcliffe. Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, 84. And then I forgot, so we played the Padres.
Right.
And it looked like we're
guys
killing
were
them.
killing 'em.
We were like up 2-0,
2-0.
whatever. And
And
the
three.
bottom fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom fell out. And then it did it again, the Bartman stuff.
Oh, the whole
But
Bartman.
Bartman, a good guy. And by the way,
Yeah.
why doesn't anyone talk about there were like 8 other people with their arms out?
I know that poor guy.
That poor guy.
With the
By the way,
headsets and this,
I had
that.
another movie I was going to do called Searching for Bartman. It doesn't mean anything now.
No.
Because
Well-
we won. And I think they awarded him, they gave him a World Series
Did he
ring.
ever show up again? Ever?
By the way, if he did, he wouldn't be wearing a hat and glasses.
Right.
He would just be a guy.
I
Yeah.
never heard his voice.
No one ever did.
He's like
He
the biggest
By the way,
mystery.
he did well, that's why.
Did you watch the doc on him?
Yeah, of course. But
Very
the thing
good.
about it is that shows how brilliant he is.
Yeah.
If you or I, like for me right now, I got to tell you,
Like, wouldn't you defend yourself?
I'd like to
not
live,
defend, but
I'd like to live 11 months of the year in Hawaii, in Maui.
Right.
And I'd have a little gig once a week at some little club.
right.
And I'd come to town to do a tour, to be in something, but I'm out. That's where I'm out. I'm too old. My thing is I love what I do, and I feel that being a comedian is a responsibility.
Yeah.
Because my job is to spread comedy and joy, especially now. But man, would I love to live just far away and nobody knows who I am. I cut myself off like
Yeah.
Bartman.
My brother says that.
And people, well, your brother gets it. You don't feel that way.
Because I feel like even though I'm famous, I feel like I'm amongst the people. I don't know why. It's so
Well, by
weird.
the way, I get it. By the way, I don't think it means that your brother or I don't love what we do, but it's not. And you know this. If it was just the work, and you do the work, I hate fame. I hate it.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people. I wanted to be a famous comedian, and I'm joyous about that. But when you're in the papers, you're on online social media, they don't look at you as a great artist or a comedian.
Right.
They look at you like as you're fair game. You're
Yes.
like in the wild. I'm
I
a
know.
bear in the wild.
Once you join that world, which I've joined now too, it's
What's that?
the world now, social media, all that shit.
Oh yeah, well, I mean I'm on Instagram, but I
Yeah.
curate what I follow. I curate it, so when things pop up on my page, I love it. And if they don't, there's 3 little dots, I think, on the top there, and you click it, and it gives you a choice to never, not interested. Don't do this again. So I
Okay.
keep it curated. So when
Right.
things pop up, I have great interest in them.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but again, every once in a while, I did the other day, I talk on camera. I'm bipolar, and I have, they call it severe ADHD, but I talk about my mental illness, and that really rings true. I talk about baseball
Yeah.
and mental.
And mental illness?
That's pretty much my topics.
Yeah.
I was talking about the price of baseball
You're
cards.
really
and-
bipolar?
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
not fake bipolar. I know that
Yeah.
goes around.
No, I mean, it's not a light.
No, I know.
It's not a light thing.
Yeah, and it's difficult, but
Yeah.
I'm medicated and I have therapy at least twice a week.
And
So
when did
much
you
more.
discover that?
This is the weird thing. I'm about to be 64.
Yeah.
I discovered it at 59,
Oh, wow.
and I've been bipolar my whole life. And I only at 59, my ex-wife and my partner, they did an intervention.
Really?
And they took me immediately. They had set it up to the psychiatrist who we knew, not as a friend, older guy, but and he asked me for like 2 hours, questions and talk with me, and he said my assessment is you're bipolar.
Really?
Yeah, and then I got tested more, a psych eval, and all the stuff.
Did you have a sense in your life that you were that way? Or?
Hold on, I knew there was something wrong with me.
Really?
Because I was like a wind-up toy, and I couldn't stop. And then also I'd have periods of great darkness and depression, and the way I dealt with it was to remind myself that it's going to end, because it always ended, obviously. But when you go into those extremes, that's bipolar. If you even do it on a daily day, like today, maybe even my ADHD showed up, because I take my ADHD medicines as needed. Like when
Does that help?
Oh, it does.
Because I have a hard time focusing.
Okay. I have no hard time focusing with you here. I have no hard time doing Curb Your Enthusiasm focusing. I don't have a hard time going to the baseball card store. I have to do a bunch of menial stuff at home, and I'm not talking about cleaning up. I'm talking about where I need to get something done.
Right.
I have to take it, otherwise I can't focus. So if you're interested in something, I can go hours. Whereas if I'm not interested and it's like that,
Yeah.
I can go. I think I think 20 minutes I can put in, a solid 20 on anything like writing thank you notes or whatever the fuck it is. So I take it as needed. I didn't need it when I came today.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. You just lost Catherine O'Hara, right?
Oh, Catherine O'Hara.
She's
Jeez.
Second City, right?
Second City.
Yeah.
You got to understand, when I was younger, we didn't include you, but a car alarm went off right next to us, the horn really loud. So imagine if we included you with that. How bad would that be? All right, anyhow, we're talking about Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara was
Brilliant lady, huh?
brilliant, but the point I'm making is Monty Python, Faulty Towers,
my God.
Saturday Night Live, the original Saturday Night Live.
Right.
But most of all was SCTV.
Yes.
SCTV is the reason, by the way, I'm going to go as far as to say this. Without SCTV, there'd be no Curb Your Enthusiasm, because SCTV was, as a stand-up and an actor, such a huge influence on me that it led to, me talking with Larry about this idea, and
Right.
there being no, so SCTV.
Sure.
Because I only went to Second City in Chicago, because I give Second City in Chicago a lot of credit, for the way we do Curb and all that. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's just occurring to me right now, SCTV is responsible. So if you dig Curb and you appreciate Curb, watch SCTV. I'm sure a lot of it's on YouTube. Anyhow,
Yeah.
so I loved her, like on a deep, I couldn't believe it. Then I got to know her, and she was as lovely as you'd want her to be. Lovely.
Right.
But she ended up playing Bam Bam, Marty Funkhauser's sister, who's mentally ill. I know, who's mentally ill, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
And I end up sleeping with Bam Bam, and I have this other funny scene with her.
Oh,
but the
my
idea that we had to make the sounds of sex, so the guy, the sound guy, and the director we go into this washing machine area of the house we were filming, and I'm making sex, and she's saying "fuck me, fat boy" and all this stuff, and we're both moaning, and I forgot the shit I was saying.
Oh my God.
You talk about surreal moments. I dissociated. that I was in that
Did you?
laundry room.
You took yourself.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was watching from here,
Yeah.
and I'm watching, going, "This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen." I can't even say. So, getting to know her, knowing what an angel she was, and then getting to work with her, I count that as easily top 10, maybe top 5 of my career.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
She meant that much to me.
Really?
Yeah, all the SCTV people.
Yeah.
But she was really in my heart.
Yeah.
Her and Candy. Mm-hmm. Although I loved everyone there and I respected, I loved them, but Candy,
Right.
I can't even watch the documentary. I know his daughter, and
You can't watch it.
no, yeah,
It's just what? It's too dear to you. Too.
I can't even go there. I can't watch. His kids made it with what's his name, Hanks.
Colin or something.
Colin Hanks directed it, and I assume that Colin felt the same way about me. But it's sitting there, not even saved for later.
Right.
I don't think I'll ever be able to watch it because if I want to weep for 90 minutes, certainly,
Right.
but I don't.